Welcome into the Recruiting Roundup, brought to you by Arizona Ford Dealers. Hope you all had a good holiday season. As we turn the page from 2018 to 2019, there is plenty of recruiting news to get to. I'm Jordan Ham, bringing in my good buddy Jason Jewell. And Jason, we are approaching that second signing day and had 3 commitments in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to start off actually with a 2020 prospect, J.D. Johnson, the quarterback over at Pinnacle High School, recently received an offer from Michigan, and it didn't take him very long to commit to the Wolverines. And how many programs, Jordan, can say that they have 2 big-time quarterbacks in their program at the same time, with Spencer Rattler signing with Oklahoma and now junior J.D. Johnson committing to Michigan. Huge for that Pinnacle program. Then a couple of 2019 prospects. One of my favorite sleeper-type prospects down at South Point High School, offensive tackle Colin Drees, signed with Montana. He's a guy that I'm shocked that was his only offer. He's a kid who's 6'6", 270 pounds. Those kids don't walk around. They don't grow on trees. He's a fantastic football player. I think is going to be very good for the Montana Grizzlies. And then Austin McNamara, one of the top specialists in the state of Arizona. He signs with Texas Tech. Very good kicker punter out of Highland High School.
And Jason, we've seen with this early signing day the past couple of years, roughly 70% of the commits will go ahead and sign, but there's still a lot of really good talent here in Arizona that have yet to sign and yet to commit. We wanted to highlight a couple of those guys. Let's start with a pair of cousins, Noah Pola-Gates and Matthew Polamalu. Pola-Gates is an All-American, and Polamalu had another really solid year with the Chandler Wolves.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the safety out of Williamsfield and Pola-Gates. He's narrowed his list down to USC, Nebraska, and Arizona State. I'm hearing Arizona State sitting real pretty for Pola-Gates. Now, Polamalu, 2 of the same schools in the mix. We have Nebraska and Arizona State in the mix for the big defensive tackle out of Chandler.
A couple of Saguaro SaberCats, Brandon Shivers and Nate Polk, 2 of the top uncommitted seniors in the state as well.
Yeah, I talked to Saguaro head coach Jason Mons. He says that Polk is really leaning towards Air Force right now, and Shivers is a player that was committed to San Diego State for a long, long time. They parted ways just before signing day, and then New Mexico and New Mexico State jumped in and offered the tall, long corner.
Des Melton has been a multi-year starter for Deer Valley and been a playmaker for quite a few years now for the Skyhawks, and he's a guy that I know you're really high on, Jason.
Yeah, I really like those tall, long, versatile, athletic players, obviously like the colleges do as well. Now, Melton was one of the hottest names last spring. He had offers from Nebraska, Arizona, from Iowa State. He actually tripped to Iowa State, but all those schools have kind of fallen off, and he did not sign in that last signing period. Talked to Deer Valley head coach Dan Friedman. He said Northern Arizona has been on Melton the hottest. Now, what a steal that would be for the Lumberjacks and new head coach Chris Ball to get a player that had multiple Power 5 offers.
And speaking of hot prospects, there may be no hotter 2019 prospect in Arizona than Kyle Patterson right now. The Perry tight end seems to be picking up Pac-12 offers left and right.
Yeah, he had multiple offers, and he took trips to Oregon State and to Washington. Then UCLA jumped in and offered him right before the signing period. So did the University of Arizona. So we'll see where he lands up. This is a guy that's 6'6", 220 pounds. He has a huge frame, and that's why he's heated up so much lately. Those tight end, those long bodies are really tough to find. Very good prospect that has a lot of upside.
And wrapping up our players to watch, Boulder Creek wide receiver Hendrix Johnson. He filled up the stat sheet over the past couple of years, and he's starting to draw some interest from some big-time programs as well.
Yeah, so he doesn't have offers from those programs at this point in time, which he's hoping he could follow down that trend and see, if he can get the offers like Brock Purdy did after that first signing day. Right now, he's offers from Georgetown. The old staff in Northern Arizona had offered him. His brother is a starting quarterback at Georgetown right now, and he had multiple other Ivy League offers. So he's a kid, very intelligent, obviously nearly a 4.0 GPA. I think this is a guy that has a chance to land in the FBS, though.
Plenty of recruiting storylines to keep track of in the state of Arizona. Make sure to keep it to the Recruiting Roundup, brought to you by Arizona Ford Dealers each and every week.